We've all seen the movies. Disaster strikes, the city is thrown into chaos, buildings crumble, and people run for their lives. It's a scene straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster. The hero grabs his bug-out bag and disappears into the wilderness, emerging triumphant. He navigates through dense forests, climbs rugged mountains, and conquers the elements with ease. It's a thrilling narrative that captures our imagination. But let's be clear, bugging out is often a death sentence for the unprepared. The wilderness is unforgiving. It's not just about escaping the immediate danger, it's about surviving in an environment that can be as hostile as the disaster itself. The wilderness doesn't care about your fancy gear or your survival fantasies. Your high-tech gadgets and expensive equipment can fail. A broken tent, a lost map, or a sudden storm can turn a survival mission into a nightmare. The romantic image of a lone wolf surviving against all odds is misleading. In reality, isolation can be one of the biggest threats to your survival. Without a support system, even the smallest injury or mistake can become fatal. Survival is not about looking cool with a tactical backpack and a sheathed knife. It's about skills, knowledge, and the ability to adapt to ever-changing circumstances. It's about knowing how to find food, water, and shelter, and how to stay safe from both natural and human threats. It's about preparation, mental fortitude, and knowing when to stay put. Sometimes the best decision is to stay where you are, especially if you have access to resources and a safe environment. Bugging out should be a well-thought-out plan, not a knee-jerk reaction. Most importantly, it's about understanding that bugging out should be your last resort, not your first response. Evaluate your situation carefully. Consider the risks and benefits. Make a plan that prioritizes your safety and the safety of those with you. Remember, survival is not about heroics. It's about making smart, informed decisions that keep you alive. Imagine this. Chaos has erupted. The once familiar streets are now filled with confusion and fear. Sirens blare in the distance, and the air is thick with tension. You're fleeing on foot, surrounded by panicked crowds. The weight of your backpack digs into your shoulders as you push through the throngs of people, each person desperate to escape the impending danger. Roads are jammed, fuel is scarce, and clean water is a luxury. Cars are abandoned on the highways, their owners having given up on the gridlock. At gas stations, pumps run dry, and people resort to collecting water from streams and puddles. You're carrying all your supplies, exhaustion gnawing at you. Every step feels heavier than the last, and the weight of your gear seems to increase with each passing hour. Rest is a rare commodity, and every pause is filled with anxiety. This is the reality of bugging out, a far cry from the silver screen. Physical fitness is crucial. Unlike the movies, there's no dramatic music to spur you on, only the relentless demands of survival. Can you navigate rough terrain, carry heavy loads, and defend yourself if needed? The wilderness is unforgiving, and every obstacle tests your endurance and resolve. Self-defense becomes a necessary skill, not just against potential threats, but also against the elements. The mental toll is equally significant. The constant stress and uncertainty can wear down even the most resilient minds. Isolation and fear can lead to despair, making it difficult to stay focused and make rational decisions. Fear, uncertainty, and the pressure of protecting loved ones can cripple even the strongest individuals. The responsibility of ensuring the safety of your family adds an immense burden, and every decision carries the weight of their well-being. Are you mentally prepared for such a trial? Mental fortitude is as important as physical strength. Preparing for the worst means training your mind to stay calm under pressure, to think clearly amidst chaos, and to find hope in the darkest of times. Long-term wilderness survival is incredibly difficult. It requires a unique set of skills: building shelter, finding food and water, navigating without GPS, and treating injuries with limited resources. These are not skills you learn overnight from watching YouTube videos. The wilderness is indifferent to your survival. It harbors predators, harsh weather, and hidden dangers. A simple infection can turn fatal without proper medical care. Unless you've honed your wilderness skills through years of practice, venturing out unprepared is not survival. It's suicide. Your home, despite its flaws, offers significant advantages. It provides shelter from the elements, a degree of security, and a familiar environment. It likely contains stockpiles of food, water, and other essential resources that can be strategically managed. Fortifying your home is crucial. reinforce doors and windows, establish communication systems, and create a plan for waste management and sanitation. Remember, a well-prepared home can become an island of stability in a sea of uncertainty. Layered evacuation, your strategic retreat. Bugging in doesn't mean staying put no matter what. It's about having a layered evacuation plan. This means identifying safe zones within your home, potential evacuation routes, and a secure destination if staying home becomes impossible. This destination shouldn't be a random spot in the wilderness. It should be a predetermined location, perhaps a friend's house or a community shelter, that offers genuine safety and resources. Remember, a well-planned retreat is strategic, not panicked. Skills trump gear preparation beyond possessions. While having the right gear is important, it's useless without the knowledge to use it. Prioritize learning practical survival skills: first aid, fire starting, water purification, shelter building, and self-defense. These skills are your true survival kit, far more valuable than any expensive gadget. They empower you to adapt to changing situations, solve problems, and increase your chances of survival regardless of your environment. The mind's resilience, your greatest survival tool. Survival is not just about physical endurance, it's a mental game. Fear, panic, and despair are your worst enemies. Cultivating mental resilience is crucial. This involves developing a positive mindset, managing stress, and maintaining hope even in dire circumstances. Practice mindfulness, learn to control your breathing, and find healthy coping mechanisms for stress. Remember, your mind is your most powerful tool. Keep it sharp, focused, and resilient. Strength in numbers community as a lifeline. The lone wolf rarely survives. Humans are social creatures, hardwired for cooperation. Building a strong community is essential for long-term survival. Connect with your neighbors, share skills and resources, and establish a support system. In a crisis, your community becomes your safety net. It provides a sense of belonging, shared responsibility, and strength in numbers. Remember, we are stronger together. Your survival blueprint. Preparation, not panic. In times of uncertainty, it's easy to let fear take over. But remember, the key to survival is not to panic, but to prepare. Bugging out might seem appealing, but it's often a dangerous gamble. Leaving your home without a solid plan can expose you to more risks than staying put. Your best chance of survival lies in preparation, not panic. Fortify your home, stock up on essential supplies, and make sure your living space is as secure as possible. Develop a layered evacuation plan that includes multiple routes and destinations. Practice these plans regularly with your family so everyone knows what to do in an emergency. Master practical skills like using a fire extinguisher, purifying water, and basic first aid. And don't forget the power of community. Build strong relationships with your neighbors and work together on emergency preparations. A united community can provide support and resources that individuals alone might lack. Remember, survival is not about running away from danger. It's about facing it head-on with the right knowledge, skills, and mindset. Educate yourself continuously. Read survival guidebooks, attend workshops, and practice what you learn. So, prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and never give up. Keep your emergency kits updated, and ensure you have enough food and water supplies to last for an extended period. The wilderness will always be there, offering both challenges and resources. Learn to navigate and survive in nature, but remember that it should be a last resort. Your home, however, is where your survival truly begins. It's your sanctuary, your fortress. Make it as safe and self-sufficient as possible. With the right preparation, you can face any crisis with confidence and resilience.